Hi, and welcome to Tap into Hudson. I'm Steve Lenox, and I'm the publisher of Tap into Bayonne, Tap into Hoboken, and Tap into Jersey City. As we start the show today, I want to first offer my congratulations to the 75 police officers in Jersey City that are being promoted today. It's a great day for the city of Jersey City. It's a great day for the Jersey City Police Department. I wish them continued long, healthy, and safe careers. With that, I want to turn to our guest today. We're talking about a very, very serious topic. Pam O Donnell. Pam, thank you for coming on the show today. Pam, of course, is a Bayonne resident. And Pam, you faced unimaginable tragedy in February of 2016 when you lost Tim, your husband, and Bridget to a distracted driver. I want you to take us back to that day a little bit. You described it as the day that the lights went out. It went dark for you.
Well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. We'll be hitting the 5th anniversary in February, and that day at 7:45 a.m. was a beautiful February morning, and I said goodbye to my husband and 2 little girls, and I didn't know that I was going to be the last time that I'd see my husband and my 5-year-old alive, and around 12 or 12:30 was the last time I ever heard my daughter's voice. Approximately 3:19 p.m., my husband and daughter were on their way coming home from school. My husband was a beloved teacher at County Prep High School in Jersey City, so he does have ties to Jersey City. And my daughter was safely strapped in her car seat behind him. He was stopped at the toll plaza at Liberty Science Center exit, and a car with an impaired driver came through 55 miles per hour and propelled them into oncoming traffic. My husband died instantly, and my daughter was rushed to Jersey City Medical Center. And I received a call probably around 4 o'clock asking if I was the wife of Tim O Donnell, and that they were sending detectives to come and pick me up. And I had no idea why.
Pam, you have corrected me several times when I've written this story, whether it was after the accident happened or the sentencing, and I've referred to it as an accident, and I just did it there.
Yes.
And you've corrected me several times. It wasn't an accident what happened that day, was it?
No. We advocates like myself, we really discourage the use of the word accident because it implies nobody's fault. So we really try to correct everybody when they say accident. We want everybody to drop the A word. Reporters, newscasters, journalists, we have to stop change the narrative. It needs to be used to crash, because that's exactly what it was. And it was a choice. Right. The person made the choice to get high all weekend and made the choice to get behind the wheel and thought he was going to drive home. And unfortunately, my husband and my daughter are no longer here because of his choice. So it wasn't an accident.
And the choice he made landed him in jail for 37 years.
37 years.
37 years.
Yes.
Well deserved, I would agree.
Yeah, he was facing 65. We were prepared for around 40 at the sentencing. We had a conversation with our prosecutor. We were thinking he would get 40, and she came up with 37, which is a lot more than what other people get. I was also told that had the crash happened a year instead of 2016 and 2017, he would have been out on the streets. So I can't say I'm lucky, but he was in jail the day or the next day after, and he's been in jail ever since, and he's not coming out.
And Pam, I remember talking to you right after the sentencing, standing on the courthouse steps, and I asked you about justice being served that day. And again, you corrected me very quickly. Justice was not served that day.
There is no justice. My family's not coming back. There is no justice for any family, and it's not just my family. I want to stress that it's not just my family. Approximately 40,000 people die on a United States roadway every year. So there's 40,000 family members that are going to get phone calls or knocks at the door, and we are just one family that this happened to. And if I could do anything to promote safe driving, I will, because I refuse to let my husband and daughter die in vain.
Pam, I think that's admirable. Tell us about this stuffed animal that you're very noticeably holding on your lap.
Well, this was my daughter's, and if anybody goes back and looks at the pictures that were posted all over the newspapers and in TV interviews and stuff, you can clearly see him hanging out the back of the car. And my daughter had him. This is Muno from Yo Gabba Gabba. And this was her favorite, and I know exactly where he was. He was sitting on her lap, but there's not a doubt in my mind. And unfortunately, you see that in the pictures that he's hanging out of the car.
And this is really something any parent can relate to. I know my 9-year-old Dylan walks around with Froggy in his hands all the time, so you can relate to seeing this beautiful stuffed animal, and it's heartbreaking, and I'm getting a lump in my throat, Pam, and I'm trying to keep my composure. How do you keep your composure? I mean, you're so solid and strong, and
thank you for that, but I really struggle with that. And that's something that I would like to relay to everybody that, and thank you for the opportunity to do this. You see the headline, science teacher and 5-year-old daughter die in a car crash, but then you never hear about what happens afterwards. You'll get the sentencing, the trial. You never really hear of what happens inside that household. It's a struggle every day. Thursday is going to be our fifth Thanksgiving without our family. My daughter and I don't celebrate holidays. She doesn't have her sister. She just turned, my daughter's 11. She was 5 when it happened. I struggle when people say that I'm strong or I hold it together, because I go home there's not a night that I don't cry myself to sleep.
Pam, we're going to talk more about that, because you've done so much for families that have been impacted by road tragedies. We're going to talk about that more after the break. Thank you.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend. Pan & Pinto Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panandpintoproperties.com. Pan & Pinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
If you need to see a doctor, RWJ Barnabas Health has 2 easy ways to do it from anywhere. You can see an urgent care provider 24/7 on any device with our Telemed app. Or use our website to book a virtual visit with an RWJ Barnabas Health Medical Group provider or specialist, even as a new patient. You've taken every precaution, and so have we, so don't delay your care any longer. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Hi, and welcome back. I'm Steve Lenox, and I'm the publisher of Tap into Bayonne, Tap into Hoboken, and Tap into Jersey City. We spent the first segment with Pam O Donnell, and Pam, thank you for coming back with us, talking about the unimaginable tragedy from 2016. Pam, you've really, you've been incredible, and I know you said you don't like to hear that, but you've been incredible in the years since you've started a foundation. You've made sure people not only remember Tim and Bridget, but that we all know that this is a choice that we can't be making. And you sent me something earlier this week about the National Road Safety Council predicting that this Thanksgiving, might be the most dangerous on the road since 2008, which is shocking. So I think less people are supposed to be on the roads, but in fact, the statistics haven't necessarily shown that road crashes have gone down.
Right.
Why is that?
I think just to correct you, it was the National Safety Council. They are estimating that this may be the deadliest Thanksgiving weekend since 2008. With over 400 people dying and over 55,000 people being injured in a serious car crash. So this could be the deadliest holiday. We all expected advocates, National Safety Council, Road Safety USA, We Save Lives. We all expected with the quarantine that car crashes would go down in numbers. Sadly, that has not happened. They've kind of stayed the same. I think it's people's thinking that, well, there's less people on the road, so I can just drive 100 miles an hour. And nobody is safe when you're driving at that speed. Nobody. And then you add into the phones and the addiction to the phones and handheld devices and the new technology that all the cars have. It's not helpful. Hands-free does not mean risk-free.
Right.
So it's, people just seem to think that it's quarantine, there's less cars on the road, but I have the license to go ahead and do what I want on the road. And sadly, that's taken lives, and all 100% preventable.
Pam, when I'm driving, I can make certain decisions about whether or not to look at my phone, and I know I shouldn't. You've certainly drilled that in my head. My wife has drilled that in my head. We know we shouldn't do it, yet we still make that mistake. We still make that bad decision. But I can only make decisions for myself. When I'm driving this weekend, when I'm driving home from the studio, is there anything I can do, any sort of driving tactics I can employ to keep myself safe from others that may not be making good decisions?
I would highly suggest that you put the phone away, shut it off. Every phone has an app on it. Do not, if you get a text, it'll say can't answer, I'm driving. You can apply that to your phone. Sadly, people don't do that. Highly recommend that people put their phones in their trunks if they have to. The only time, especially for the state of New Jersey, that you are allowed to use a handheld device is when you're calling 911 or calling pound 77 to report an aggressive driver, or if you feel that you are in danger. And that's the only time that a phone should ever be used.
And if I see a driver making bad decisions, it's pound 77.
On a state highway, New Jersey does have a pound 77 aggressive driving program. Okay. You call pound 77.
It's connecting you to the state police.
It's going to connect you to an operator, because when you're in a local city like here, North Bergen or Bayonne, wherever you may be, you know what 911 you're going to. But when you're driving, you're going through towns. Right. So you need to have the mile markers that are on the side of the road. Those are the little green and white signs. Okay. You call pound 77, you give them the mile marker and give them as much information as you can, color of the car, license plate number, anything that you can, and they will then connect you to the nearest state trooper. And hopefully they can get a state trooper out there. There might be one in the area. And I believe the calls, back in 2016, they had over 40,000 calls to pound 77. I only found out about pound 77 after the crash. I had no idea that it even existed. And that's one thing I would like to bring home to people is if you see something, say something.
Right. The old adage.
If you can, you never know when you can save a life. Or it could be somebody having a medical issue. And, I always think if one person would have just called 911, my family would still be here, and you and I would not be the friends that we are.
Yeah. Pound 77 911. Pam, in the last 90 seconds, I don't want to let the show end without talking about the Catch You Later Foundation. Again, you've done tremendous work, and I've been to several events and written about it several times. But tell us about the Catch You Later Foundation. What is it doing?
The Catch You Later Foundation was formed shortly after the crash. It was named in honor of my husband. He was a softball coach. He would never say goodbye. It'd always be Catch You Later. So we thought it apropos to do Catch You Later. We give out scholarships. To date, we have given out almost $25,000 in scholarships. And then we also, it was just about the scholarships, but then I hooked up with AAA Northeast and started going out and speaking to high schools and stuff. So it gives me the opportunity to, marketing materials, safe driving materials, talking about our story and giving out handouts to, vendor fairs, schools. So that we try to give back, and I refuse to let my husband and daughter die in vain, and I pray that this doesn't happen to anybody else, because it shouldn't have happened. And it's sad that, approximately 40,000 family members are going to get this call, and the holiday season is upon us, and, make a plan. Call Uber, Lyft, walk, stay over, make a plan, have a designated driver.
It's really so easy now to make these better decisions to save lives. Pam, I thank you so much for coming on the show with us today. I wish it wasn't under these circumstances, but it has been a great opportunity to get to know you better, know that Tap Into is always there for you. And with that, we'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you.
Stevens Jersey City Ford, located right off of NJ 440 North. Across the Hudson Mall is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Check out Ford's latest models like the 2020 Ford Fusion with its stylish looks and hybrid options, or the unparalleled high-performance 2020 Ford Mustang. The 2020 Ford F-150 Raptor is ready for those rugged off-road terrains with trail control. Need a mid-sized truck for your towing and hauling? The 2020 Ford Ranger will deliver. The 2020 Ford Escape is a luxury SUV that was made for comfort and adventure on the go. Returning is Ford's legendary Bronco, which takes you back to the true meaning of off-roading. They are now available for pre-order in our showroom or on our website. Let us help you find your next vehicle. Stevens Jersey City Ford, 201-432-7272.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning, life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together.
Hi, and welcome back. As we wrap up this week's episode of Tapped into Hudson, I want to wish you a happy holiday season. I also want to remind you that help is out there if you're feeling lonely, you're feeling sad, you're feeling depressed. It's an incredibly difficult time we're going through, but you're not in it alone. You can call 1-866-202-4357, or you can text NJ HOPE if you want someone on the other end of the line to speak with. Also, Pam O Donnell joined us earlier today, and she shared her story about losing her husband and daughter in a car crash. We can prevent that by driving safely, by putting the phones down, and by reporting aggressive drivers, calling 911 or pound 77. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for reading Tap into Bayonne, Tap into Hoboken, Tap into Jersey City. We hope to see you soon. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe.